Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, roll on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip.
Okay, Coach. Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Jets. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline.
And go! 90 Wolf!
Set the tone, defense, let's go!
Ready?
On 1st and 10, Smith. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Looking for Amendola, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Amendola, he was the intended target. Boy, an aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate, but that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
Takes to midfield, but no further, just a yard there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Handoff, Coleman, right side. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And Eifert has it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's get in there. Let's get in there. Come.
Throwing again. Smith. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Los Angeles. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10.
Check three. Check safety.
They begin the drive with Coleman. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Check 37.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. This into the hands of Marvin Hall, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check nickel.
Now a give right side, Coleman. He was brought down by Kamu Brugier-Hill.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He's got Evans. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 18.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Switch.
On first down, Coleman. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. On second down, it's Coleman. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
A loss of 2 yards, and it's third down.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a third and long here. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They run on first down as they get about 3. Second and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Geis with a carry on second down. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Hey, Delta. There you go.
Smith on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Get ready. First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll come up second and 6 now from the 24.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Rodgers now to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Nobody in front. Rashard Matthews. Touchdown, Cowboys. Rashard Matthews, 76 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Smith. Going up top. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback, and that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
And he's got his target. That's more. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air again, Smith. Over the middle, he's got his tight end, Ingram. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So as they take it over, we step aside. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Back to throw, Smith. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Evan Ingram, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Rodgers. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
He's crazy. He's checking it in.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Airing this one out for Evans. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And I feel like my man, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The Cowboys signal for their foul.